better, right side up. I don't know why. Last episode it was upside down. I did spin the camera right before I hit live, so I understand we fried something. So what's missing? You get to drinking my beer. I can't see anything. Okay, how long are we here? Right now I'm here 13 minutes just waiting for my radio score. Right now radio is off. Now, I'm gonna have radio on in 10 minutes. Set my alarm for 10 minutes. Okay.
It's turned on.
Last night's episode, I drank my entire beer. $13 and 35 seconds, and I had 103 views. Feels like we're gonna hit 0 tonight. I can already feel it. I got 1 view on my last episode, which was 1 minute and 38 seconds ago. Okay. It's probably me loading it up. Tell you, those Dodgers could have won 100 games, but now they can't crack 70. I picked up some decent food today. I haven't even finished it. I got 1 chicken wing left and some potato wedges. And I had 350 milligrams of caffeine. I slept almost all day. Surprised I even got up at all today. I gotta get up every day. Back in 98, I sure slept a lot. Didn't like 98 that well. I was probably sleeping about 20 hours a day back in 98. Just, life has nothing for you sometimes. And most people will tell you they worked every day of their life. Gonna eat my last piece of chicken before my radio gives me the score. Dr. Diabetes says, hey. Potatoes and beer. Oh, that's all right. Report every Russian account. I was telling people who to vote for, you know. My whole non-voter, you know. Oh, my don't vote. I'm no different than a Republican fleeing the state. Oh no. Oh no. I've been on the run, illegally not voting for damn near 20 years. You need my vote so bad. Can you do ASMR in my chat? Just whisper to me and I'll see it. You want to listen to my keyboard? You want me to jump? I'm sitting, man. Dude, if I jump, I'll probably flip all the way over. I'll end up doing a backflip, you know? Where are you from? Radio's gonna give me the scores. That's all I'm doing here. This episode could be over before I finish my beer. Love the hat. Yeah, it keeps my head warm. It keeps my head warm. Thank you for subscribing. Bret Hart and Stone Cold are still trashing on Hogan. That means it's okay. You can trash on Hogan too. Oh, you're subscribing? You spelled the whole world out.
Dr. Diabetes High. Will APOIMA report every Russian account YouTube shows to be flexed by flag of the United States. Dr. Diabetes do asthma. Dr. Diabetes jump. MGL, where are you from? Julian Bustillo's chicken wing sad face. Brittany Williams love that hat. MGL and from Iran peace hands sign. Flag of Iran. Flag of the Palestinian territory. Smiling face with sunglasses. Julian Bustillos OMG, gimme. Julian Bustillos I am subing. Julian Bustillos I'm subscribing. 10 12. 3. End. Dr. Diabetes hi. Will APO, I'm a report every Russian account YouTube shows to me. Dr. Diabetes, do asthma. Dr. Diabetes jump. Julian Bustillos, chicken wing sad face.
Because I remember watching Florida play, and I watched him, I go, golly. And then I also went to some of his legs. And in that position, you're looking for something.
16.
And we're going to have to wait a little while longer for Anthony Richardson. Talent is there, and he's got youth on his side. I don't
Cheers.
know how you put it all together. And you play Daniel Jones. That's why you brought him in. Because maybe you don't think Anthony Richardson's ready to go.
I think about Romans every day.
Weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. Dan Patrick. Hey, Dan Patrick. Always say the right things. Here's my thought process with this.
Romans do nothing.
Think about it. Always
The greatest pacifist. Romans do nothing. In the modern era, they're not guilty. No war crimes or nothing. Never mind the ethnic cleansing of the gypsies. Do you think the gypsies are going around quoting Romans? Here's radio.
Packers quarterback Jordan Love had surgery on his left thumb. They hope to have him back in practice next week. Bills running back James Cook returned to practice. He still wants a contract extension. And Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford missed practice again. He's been out with a bad back. WNBA victories for Dallas and New York. In baseball, the Brewers won their 11th straight game, 14-0 over Pittsburgh. Milwaukee hit 5 home runs. The Pirates had only 4 hits. Toronto beat the Cubs 5-1. There's a tie for first in the NL West. The Padres have won 13 of 16, including a 5-1 victory at San Francisco. Then the Dodgers lost in 10 innings, 7-6 at the Angels, despite a 9th-inning solo homer from Shohei Ohtani, his 43rd. Houston and Seattle are tied for first in the AL West. Houston was beaten at home 14-1 by Boston after Seattle won its 8th straight game, 1-0 at Baltimore.
Man,
Mets and
fuck you
Yankees
and
each
your
won by
Romans,
Steve
dude.
DeSager.
Dude, fuck you and your... Some great insult to the Roman Empire, man. Romans like to, feed the Christians to the lions, man. Coming here talking about, why don't you tell me, what does Roman have to do with this? Why can't you just say some good shit instead of like the book of Romans? Your book of Romans. You copy and paste much? Bot. Yep. Julian Bustillos, welcome back. Okay, the Romans is a New Testament. You can blow the New Testament out your ass. I'm offended. Like I'm gonna take a lesson on Jesus from the Romans. Romans are gonna be like, hey, dog, we don't be feeding no Christians to the lions. Now we be saying that good shit. You're trying to get me to be flip mode. I support the Roman Empire. I support feeding Christians to the lions. Dude, shut the fuck up with your Romans. Okay? I'm telling the New Testament spammers to shove it up their ass. Come back with some Old Testament shit and I'll read it. I got the scores. They said stupid baseball scores. Nothing else today going on. Got my score on today. It's getting wintry. You know, I'm from Southern California. I'm not used to the misery in the Seattle-like weather. Overcast, never quite rainy. Always threatening to rain. Threatening to be a hot day, but you know, it gets up to 90. You can't move. Shout out to that hat. Been wearing this hat since 1990. 35 years. Special order. My grandpa went to Russia in 1990. I said, "Give me some of that good gear." My brother has a matching hat. Could be in better condition. My brother never wore the gimmick. He'd look at everybody else's gimmick, and my brother had no gimmick. I was the last kid to wear tights in my school. Everybody had tights on. I wore MC Hammer pants. MC Hammer pants always get caught in your bicycle. When you're trying to ride a bicycle in MC Hammer pants, they always get caught. You always tear your pants down around the ankle. If you didn't wear Hammer pants in the 90s, you could shut the fuck up. Okay? Right now, you thinking you look good in your sweatpants and shit. No, you don't. That's how Terrell Suggs get arrested wearing his sweatpants, looking like no drawers. You can't hide your erection in hammer pants. You cannot hide an erection in your hammer pants. Your champion sweatpants are pretty fucking thick. But you walk around with your fucking whatever you got. Walk around in some hammer pants. Nobody's gonna even look. All you want to do is walk around with a big dick in town. I do that. Big dick walking around town. Nobody's on my block to chill. My block is a high speed. People are trying to get somewhere else. You know, you really want to be where people are relaxing, not in a high traffic. I could just jump on the bus and go to a destination like the beach. The bus outside my house goes straight to the beach. I'm not a beach person. Another summer, another lost suntan. How do I got liver spots? I don't even go in the sun. What was my comment? 35 years in this hat. Yeah. I've only been smoking since 2002. Like, I joined the Army in 2001. I didn't even start smoking until after 9/11. Back in basic training, you know, you'd take a hit from a cigarette in a bush when nobody was looking. That was like getting over on the man. That was probably my first appreciation of tobacco, because when you're in basic and you know, you're cheating the system. You're smoking. Basic training is a non-smoker's hellhole. But I went into basic as a smoker, as a non-smoker, and came out with a slight appreciation for. And then at my duty station on 24-hour guard duty after 9/11, that's when I started smoking. The girls would tell me that you're only supposed to smoke the tip, and you could just throw the rest away, because the tip is the best part of the cigarette, and it'll ruin the flavor. Like, this part's gonna taste like shit, because the concept of a long cigarette is irrelevant if you're only smoking the tip, right? I smoke the entire cigarette. Generally, my brother never bought a 100s in his life. My brother would always buy short cigarettes, like, and they're literally the same price, bro. You get the same cigarette, but it's like twice as long for the same price. Could you imagine going I want an extra large Big Mac. Dude, that's gonna cost extra money. You know, I get my extra large cigarettes for the same price. you apply that logic to other products that people pay for. You getting ripped off. You some punks. I could never be like you, getting robbed for my money. Okay, I take 100s every time. I never take a pack that's not long, unless they give it to me by accident, and that does happen sometimes. Fucking hate that shit when it happens. Bret Hart and Stone Cold still trash all over Hulk Hogan, so why can't I? I could never be a... The whole point of wrestling is you're supposed to hate somebody. Me, I was a Brutus the Barber Beefcake fan. He was the best looking dude. He did the strut. He hung out with Valentine. I was like, if you could have any tag team partner or friend in the locker room, I would rather be friends with Greg. I could get over Valentine. Again. Isn't that just strange? Wrestlers are still talking. I still listen to what the wrestlers say every damn day. But I try to, I don't always get scathing new info. I'm just a smart mark, but I'm a smart mark for many companies, from video games to the army to the movie industry. I prefer Disney movies. I'm thinking about getting Disney Plus just to chill. Just to run it for a couple days and be like, I don't care. I'm going to watch the same channel nonstop like it's a damn video game. Like I need to see the statistics on this Drake and Josh, Sweet Life, whatever they got now. I do. I miss out on watching television or... We have a television. I could get the remote, but we don't have any of the premium services. I'd be stuck down there watching YouTube or forcing my neighbors to watch my own show. Because I will go to a public place and turn my own show on. I'll be like, okay, wow, they got a smart TV. Let's watch an old episode that I made. Just to see what it looks like on this hard content. Go to Best Buy, say, hey, I want to buy this TV, but can I run my show on it first, Why don't you give me a subscription to my channel, Mr. Best Buy salesman? Big Boom AJ, the Costco guy. Hey, the double chunk chocolate chip or chicken wrap. I don't know. I think I actually do want the double chunk chocolate chip. Because then I could be I want to be with the main event man himself, like not his kids that haven't completed their run yet. This young guy looks like a young Dominic Mysterio. Like you have to wait 10 years for these guys to leave AEW. NBC Sports. Drew Brees represents. I didn't like Drew Brees. Drew Brees is a play-action heaver. He throw the ball at the roof. He's not even looking at dudes. There's no way Drew Brees ever aiming any of his passes. Drew Brees is too short to see anything. I know he physically can't see. Drew Brees might have got screwed. He could have played. He he said he would have played with his left hand. He was so desperate to come back. He could have learned to play left-handed. And I'm trying to research the shoes that Thurman Thomas wore as a Buffalo Bill with the rotating sole. So if he could lean back on his heels and pivot, and the shoe would rotate, but the spikes wouldn't. He had these special shoes, and they totally sucked. Waiting for Christian McCaffrey to take a meaningful snap. Andy Dalton already taking snaps. Look, the truth is that Dalton has been on the Panthers so long. Christian McCaffrey was there, and they would have made the playoffs. It would have been, the announcers would have been saying, shotgun snap, Dalton handoff to CMC. How many games did Andy Dalton play with Christian McCaffrey? Yeah, asking Google a tough question. Didn't want to give it to me. Reloading. He's trying to get past that. They'll be like, they're gonna. And Christian McCaffrey is applying the CMC game plan. Asking Google again. My iPad doesn't like to give me my Google. Ask it again. God. I think it said no. So close. Nope, they never played together, but Carolina still decided that Dalton was their guy and CMC was a liability. It's nice that Dalton has played before Flacco got any snaps. We're getting close to kickoff. 2 games on Friday. Seahawks and Kansas City. Nobody cares if Patrick plays. Nobody cares. Tennessee Titans are trash. The worst thing in the last 25 years has been and it used to be bad. The Bengals were in the same division. We played them twice a year until 2000. Madden 2000. You can play as Troy Aikman, but not Steve Young. As long as you play in a preseason game, Dalton will be available as a backup on Madden for the rest of the year. As for Flacco might not even make the fucking team. If you played in he made the team. Some of these quarterbacks are not going to make it. You're going to be like, damn, wow, they cut people. Yeah, they got to cut people. Dr. Ass Naked is watching me in a hotel as he gets ready to make sweet love. The designer in me wants to make my own video game. The odds are astronomical. It'll be bad. It would be bad. You take any single game you know and just add a second controller. Add abilities for the second player. So you could take Mega Man 1. The hardest Mega Man, the original Mega Man. Everybody knows the second player is has codes and shit on this part too, but trash game, bro. It's trash. Add a timer to the match. We're depleting health. You know, you could give it the Adventure Island treatment where if Master Higgins doesn't eat another piece of fruit, he just drops dead from not moving. Make a game less fun. It's hard. It's hard. The best thing you can do is demake or put a game onto a console version that didn't exist. My iPad just reset. I don't care. Good job, you can do it. iPad says, "Let there be light." So hey, guess what? It's real bright right now. Get to watch my iPad update. I wasn't doing anything with it. My capabilities are pathetic. He's right. Amateur. I'm at 38 minutes. There's potatoes in the bag. Let's finish my potato. And I'm back at my iPad is currently back working again. Let's look at my statistics for this 38-minute episode. It says I'm offline. My iPad is currently offline. Great. Try that again. It's normal. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock every day. My iPad. Even when I used to pay the bill, it would go out every day. Remember, I don't pay nothing. My show's for free. Government said, yeah, they want to spy on me. Downtown San Francisco, do you think we should, am I calling in the National Guard? Do I want credit for calling him in before Trump? Do we need him right now? We need you so bad right now. We got these immigrants taking out my trash. We in like Philadelphia, the trash don't back up. It's still, it's this. Nobody wants to power wash the streets, but our trash doesn't pile up. We're not trashy. They wish they wish San Francisco, the trash was piling up. They could talk about fecal matter on the street, but it ain't piling up. It magically does get cleaned up. I wouldn't mind having an OG Xbox with a couple music CDs, some CDs. I don't even need a game. The only game I'm gonna keep on it is San Andreas. And I'll be playing Crazy Taxi mode in Vegas. That's what I like. I still never hit 100%. You know, I had like a, how far do you have to drive in San Andreas to max your driving skill? You know, every like 75 miles you drive, you get like a little tick of your driving skill gets from one. And I had that shit up around 80% back in 2004. I was still on base, living on base, just driving around in that game. When I was in Afghanistan, I used to drive a truck with the wheel on the wrong side. You only do that a couple times in your life. I can barely keep a California driver's license active. That's the most exclusive clubs in the world. I didn't check. I was kind of looking at my stats, and my shit was telling me I'm offline. I'm at 1589 subs. Can I refresh that? Is it gonna be update or wrong? Just wrong. So I'm about to hit 1590. Damn, the push to 1600. I'm almost over the hump. I've been in the 1500 for about 400 days. It feels like purgatory. Look, I'm an atheist. I'm still just an atheist, but I work for God. I work for God. I understand that everybody thinks God is a play, is a trap card. Everybody all the Yu-Gi-Oh fans understand the trap card on every battlefield. Now I need a battery check. I feel at 50%. Show up. I'm gonna hit live on my iPad. I'm gonna just go live. Okay. Never mind that. Zenny62 is wrong. Oakland is not ready to host the Super Bowl. I said that really quick without elaborating. The San Francisco is ready to hold the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl will not be in Oakland. I don't know. Are they going to do something at O.co? Maybe they could demolish it. I want to watch an NFL stadium get demolished. I don't know what chunk that was. More potato, please. I'm putting potatoes in my mouth at 2:32. I don't need to go out shopping. I'm not trying to go over an hour, but shit, 45 minutes over 8, sit longer. Sit longer. I could be playing some old ass video game pretending it's relevant, because it's not. The only thing that's relevant is yourself. The only thing that's relevant in your lifetime is yourself, not some stupid game. Unless that stupid game came out today, if you're not online seeing other people, you shouldn't be playing no offline game like Zelda, talking to fairies, pretending there's people in your room. I'm a World of Warcraft player. If I'm on my game, I'm talking to people. Okay? I only... Online role-playing games, that's what I play. Talking is still a waste of time, and playing is a waste of time. It doesn't matter what you do in your damn game, unless your video is about you and you specifically. Nobody's gonna watch, hey, I beat Spider-Man 15 years ago, like Darkside Phil. And Darkside Phil's gonna watch his own video. He's like, this is a trash video, I'm not even in it. Maybe you see his reflection on the monitor. Everybody says he's just pointing his camera at his television. Well, maybe the reflection on the TV is the most valuable thing in the video, because I grew up with a reflection on my television, and to me that's like the most magical thing, right? Let's look at my reflection. I got the paper towel right here. You can almost see the reflection of my hat, right? That's what gaming it was like before the online. I knew, I could tell in the 80s I would be able to see myself in. That's what's missing. The screens don't even go all black anymore. Where am I? Where the hell am I? Now I'm there you go. Nice. today's public appearance. Some people saw me in town, of course, you know. Got my Bengals shirt so people look like I might speak English. When you see somebody in a San Francisco Giant gear, you cannot just assume they speak English, bro. Okay, so I'm surrounded by San Francisco Giant fans. Being amongst them so they can all see my shirt is not value. It's not value to be seen as who you are. When you mingle, you should just blend in, nondescript, pass through, shop. See, I'm gonna get something. I want it to be called Frankie McDonald syndrome. Called Frankie McDonald syndrome, where Frankie can make his show, but nobody's ever gonna like be there on his show with him. It's just shows are way too private. Everybody should try to have as many people. I don't enjoy just making my shows. It can't just be about me. Because I do think about other people. I'm just a regular guy. I get my information from the same sources you do. Exposed in fucking Wi-Fi, 720p. The only thing worth a damn around here is that the shit I can actually comprehend. What I listen to my show at double speed. I'm just happy Doctor's Disrespect will not be on the 49ers sideline. We still see people like the Doctor pushing their shows forward. I like Mr. Beast, not Dr. Disrespect. You're gonna be mad at me because I'm picking the guy with less subs. I'd rather play a nice Tarzan video game. As a developer, as long as my hero is Tarzan. What if Tarzan was Italian? What if Tarzan was in the next Mario? Because Jungle Hunt was a better game than Mario. I remember before Nintendo, I had seen good video games. Nintendo could never produce a good game. All their games are trash. Taito, 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 they make the best games. my last trip to the kitchen to eat lunch with the veterans. Extremely dim-witted, and people who can't shut up. Man, this guy trying to I walk back. If I'm walking backwards while you're talking to me, man, you better shut the fuck up so I can walk away. Keeps spamming shit. Words have no meaning. You're supposed to say, hey, I'm here at the TV, plug in some video games, I'll whoop your ass. Street Fighter Alpha 3, the greatest one-on-one game ever made. I can sit next to a TV and play a fighting game, and I'm not gonna walk away if I lose a round. You know, you want to sit at the TV for 6 or 7 hours. There's a certain point at skill, like you can tell when you'll never beat somebody. Oh, I'll never be able to beat this guy. You never get better at games. You're not even by not playing. I still maintain my basic skill level, because gaming skills are not like shooting free throws. We're talking about pressing a button that your thumb is already not already touching, you know? Like, that button isn't moving anywhere. Rub your nipples. Your DualShock analog. It takes two thumbs to correctly move one stick. So if you're going to try and play with 2 thumbs on one stick, I already know your thumbs are not supported. My technique when I put one thumb on a stick and then I put my second thumb down, my technique is vastly improved. Okay. Usually it's for cornering in a game, a single analog racing game. Most games like Mario Kart, the current racing game, is played with, in case you think you play it like this, no, you play it like this with one thumb. You know, you hold down the gas with whatever you want, and you can put it up your ass, okay? Hold in your gas, okay? But if you're going to sit there without using your other thumb, well, you're just not as good a gamer as me. So, do I want to compete against a bunch of guys who play with one thumb, and while their other thumb is in their ass or pressing the push to talk to their boyfriend, they're on Discord pressing push to talk with it? Because push to talk is the trashiest button of all time. You have to turn it on and off. Everybody on Discord, use push to talk. I'm gonna pull a button out of my ass. It's 12:46. I could make it to the radio at 3 a.m. with a 33% battery. Did I ever even get in? 1589 subs were still there. I'll get my sub. If you come in, hit sub. Radio on and off. You know what? Let's turn it on. Because I'm at 190 views in exactly 90 minutes. 99 minutes. 100 minutes into my show, I hit 190.
It's over.
12.
Coordinator who said in terms of processing ability and getting the ball out of his hands,
12.
he was the worst quarterback he played against. He holds the ball
12.
forever. A head coach in the NFL said his processing to me was alarming. Watching the tape, alarming. This is the Herd with Colin Cowherd. Wow. Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Scrolling Mike. We know all about your social media habits. So, scroll past the cute dog videos. Scroll past the DIY. You know, the ones that you have no business watching. And the thirst traps. A minute. Fine, you can look at those. But start putting that algorithm to use. Now with social media, follow us at Fox Sports Radio. The big story of the day. Interact with us at Fox Sports Radio. I want people more to find out at Fox Sports Radio. FS1. Call your friends, that's how they do it. To find FS1 on your television, go to foxsports.com for details. Trust your eyes.
Trust your eyes. They're playing 5 on it. I set the volume to 0 and I swear I could still hear 5 on it playing another. That was just the speaker losing its power. Will the Bengals make the playoffs? You're damn right they will. Let's take a look at the complete Bengals schedule real quick. Cincinnati Bengals schedule.
Here's the upcoming schedule for the Bengals between Monday and January 4th, 2026.
They should go undefeated. The Patriots come to town. That's long awaited. This is the only year. Let's see. They should be 10-0 versus the Patriots on week 11. The Patriots, it's very rare you actually see the Bengals beat the Patriots. It's good the Patriots are on the schedule this year. In Cincinnati. Now, when I was in Cincinnati, Tom Brady came in with the Patriots and the Bengals won. So I remember that day. It was raining. Tom Brady got the ball in the fourth quarter, and the rain, it was one of the worst burst rainstorms Tom Brady ever had. Totally caused a 3 and out. The Bengals got the ball back. They said God smited the Patriots that day with the rain. The same year, Aaron Rodgers came in. We beat the Packers. It was a good year. But that was a long time ago. Nobody cares about Andy Dalton. Didn't see him play. Phillip Rivers is bigger. I saw Phillip versus Andy. Now Phillip is like retired last week. Everybody's getting on the Charger bandwagon. The Chargers are the most surprising undefeated team. Chargers score.
The Chargers defeated the Saints.
The Chargers have got to beat the Rams next week. And what do I really think about that? The Rams are the road team at home. I almost wish it was you could say it was the Rams on the road versus the Chargers, but we know whose house this is. And I think the Rams should take the loss. I'm gonna take the Chargers to beat the Rams. So tickets are $10. I got 2 hairs with that pull. My nose hair is the hair that keeps on giving. Why do I got crusty shit on my shirt every time? I didn't feel any crusty shit that time. Good job. Do I look like a washing machine? No, I'm not just sitting here washing shit. Is right. You could buy a PlayStation or a washing machine. America chose wrong back in 1995. I'm looking for some kind of high-tech new washing machine. You can have no food on the shelf at your local neighborhood, but that doesn't mean you have to settle for no fucking washing machine. And during after World War II in England, the women were having their laundry machines shut down. They were like, they'd go through England and take away the place where people were doing laundry. The women would be like, man, I'm down here 4 days a week washing my shit at this bathtub. Like, well, England was like, well, you don't need to wash your shit. And now everybody, you don't even need, you can wear fake clothing that looks like the real thing. I'm wearing 30-year-old clothes right now, right? Yeah, I mean, what are you going to tell me I have nothing? Are you gonna have a reservation full of people and you keep taking their underwear back and switching it and make, one G-string, now everybody's got the same G-string that you like. Everybody's like Gold Dust coming like Bastion Booger. Today, Jim Cornette was complaining about pants. Everybody's got the same pair of pants. They all go to this, I'm already ahead of them. Jim Cornette just can't say it's about pink underpants. Just get the pink underpants. Save yourself some time. Nobody wants to look at you. So you might as well already have pink underpants if they gotta look. If they'll be sorry. You want them to be real sorry that they looked at your underpants. So that's the model of Piers Anthony, that the secret of your panties is nobody wants to look at you. It's a major turnoff, actually. And by being in the eunuch community, then you can stay in the non-binary gender community as a eunuch in the court of the Ronaldo. Just tell me who's the best at soccer. England or France? Comrade or Conrad, RPG 7 or Final Fantasy 7. Pick one. You can write it in English. It's a waste of time. If you write it in a different language, I won't comprehend it. If you leave a cash donation, I reckon I'll count USD. I'll count the USD. I'll tell you how I spend it. I promise I'll tell you how I spend every penny you give me. if you give me $1, I'll put my onions next to my potatoes, okay? So my potatoes become poisonous. Like, damn, this guy knows why people aren't allowed to have food at their house. If you were allowed to have potatoes and onions, you'd keep them too close together, and then you would poison yourself. You're not capable of separating the onions and the potatoes in your own home. Because my room is a singular hotel room. There's no room for potatoes and onions. My radio will give me the score in 3 minutes. We can listen to it one more time and wrap up the episode. We have the Argonaut commercial.
Play Daniel Jones. That's why you brought him in, because maybe you don't think Anthony Richardson's ready to go. Dan Patrick. The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. When you're a couple, you're a team. It's Rob Parker. Let's just deal with the facts, not the feelings. It's Kelvin Wood.
Man, I don't think the Colts will win a game this year. Indianapolis Colts schedule.
Here's the upcoming schedule for the Colts between Sunday and January 4th, 2026.
Okay, the Colts are going to lose every game, including the Bengals, the Dolphins, the Broncos, the Titans, and then the Rams. They'll be so bad, only the Rams in the NFC will cop a free win. Even the Raiders will beat the Colts, and then the Cardinals will be the second NFC team to get looking for a free win, and maybe it's going to be like none of the NFC. The 49ers will catch the Colts on Christmas, December 22nd, Colts 49ers, and by then giving up a free win probably won't even save the 49ers, and the 49ers always lose on Christmas. You think I'm wrong? You think I'm playing with you? No, the 49ers always lose on Christmas, and then they're jacking off in the playoffs. I'd rather see them make a short playoff run instead of winning a game on Christmas, because the highlight reels need another 49er playoff loss while they complain that the Cowboys just aren't that embarrassing on tape, and they really do field a good team every year, and they probably just won't make the playoffs, but they won't be fumbling like idiots who talk too much like the 49ers in the playoffs, who have way too many game losses from Bowman's breaking his leg to now. It's good that the Harbaugh lost the Super Bowl, because that 49ers team had too many me players. And the Chargers, nobody knows who any of these guys are. They got 55 guys. And the injury report is crazy. They're very injured going into this Rams game. But I don't know. It's the Rams and Chargers in LA. What's the next game? Saturday. $4 p.m. Tickets for 10 in Inglewood. There's no game in San Francisco. Oh, we don't have a game. I don't know what football is. People around here are like, football's schmootball. We don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing new. There's no 49er store opening up. It's a pathetic state of... The only miracle is that people keep taking the trash to the all the shit. We can barely afford to buy anything. There's not that much trash. Could you imagine how the trash used to be to the rim? I'm gonna take the trash out right now. What? While smoking? What? This is my trash can. This is my trash can. It's going out. I did it. Now I can do nothing for a week. Man, it takes me 10 days to fill my big barrel. All right, good episode. Get back to doing what I'm doing.